Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for yet another Tuesday. Oh, no, no, no. This is Wednesday. Yes, this is Wednesday. Welcome, everybody. It's a blessings to have you with us this evening. And this evening is a serious evening. I last night woke up on a live, and on that live was MP Dennis Gordon. And I listened, and made some recordings as well. Made some recordings of that live that I intend to share with you this evening. Intend to share with you some of that live this evening. But before I share today, yesterday evening, we got kicked off because of poor internet connection. And we didn't complete the show yesterday evening. So let me apologize for not being able to complete the show yesterday evening. And I'm certainly hoping that everything will be everything this evening. How we sound? We sound like how we're supposed to sound. Yes, man. I hope everything will be everything this evening. Thanks to all the people who are joining so far. Please share and like up the live. There was a clip I was searching for yesterday evening that I wanted to play for you all. And I search, and would I never find the clip, So I made it my point of duty today to find that clip. I want to play it before we do anything else this evening. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So the first question I want to ask on this particular issue as it relates to the misuse of the tax exempt status. The Auditor General, in her findings, said companies. Can you, because I think it is in your purview, to name, and she mentioned private company 1, private company 2, private company 3, private company 4. Can you tell the committee, and that's my first question, what are the names of private company 1, private company 2, private company 3, private company 4?
I know that the Auditor General redacted the names.
I'm not directing the question to the Auditor General, I'm directing the question to you.
I'm answering.
Yes.
I'm answering, member. And we know that the matter is under investigation.
The matter is under investigation for one company, and I'm going to get to that. So
it's under investigation for all, but only one. One case, and I can.
I just want to hear the names of the companies.
I can give you the name of the one that the work has been completed by customs, and they have actually given us the report with the one name.
No, I don't think that is acceptable, because I don't know, did you issue the name? Because the name came out there before the customs report, as far as I know. So I'm asking the university hospital, through you as the CEO, to provide the names. This has nothing to do with the investigation. Do you know the names of the 4 companies?
I will seek guidance on releasing all the names, member, but I can share the name of the one that we have gotten the report of.
I'm not asking you for the name of the one, but because why is there secrecy around naming all the 4? And how come the country heard of this one long before customs and things would have gotten the information from the university hospital? So I'm just asking you here, what are the names? This is my first question.
Do you know the names? Do you know the names?
Can you repeat that, member?
Do you know the names?
No, I am, no.
Yes or no?
Now, the question is the name of the 4 companies that benefited from the tax
From the
exempt
tax exempt.
status.
I know that the Integrity Commission has the files. The names, as would have been known, seen by the Auditor General, were seen by us also. But in terms of the completion of the investigation, one has
So
been
were the,
completed.
Never
are
ask
the
you that.
investigations around the name company, which that name was in the public space for months, were those
We
companies?
didn't release any names, you know. We have not released any names even to this point.
But you're saying you know of one, and you can name
Based
one
on
for
the,
investigations
based
complete.
on the report from the customs which I have here, I can state what customs has stated as being the one company.
What has, let me, all right, what has customs stated without naming the company? What is the summary of the findings of customs' investigation in relation to that entity?
No, but I think, Chairman, before we go there, though, so the university is unable to name the 4 entities that have all benefited from the misuse as defined by the Auditor General's findings. You know, misuse of the tax exempt status. You can't name, you refuse to name. Because I don't think the response about Integrity Commission prevents you from naming who those entities are.
Okay, let me just answer the chairman's question and I'll come to you. I'm just making sure I get the correct spelling of the names. All right? I'll get in that. But the chairman asked, what did the report from customs state, right? Third-party verification from the name company with the assistance of the CEO of that company. That one, the goods were imported and these are the dialysis machines. One, the goods were imported by the company, the goods were paid for by the company, the value of the goods was verified by way of payment records received from the company, custody of the goods was verified to be that of the company, and the address, and that it was not, and the company confirmed that the goods were in fact imported for that company by the university. The name of the companies are Supreme Laundry Services, Willman's Sales,
What's that?
Willman's Sale, like Willman, WILLMAN, Sales, SALES, Scientific Medical Services, and Jack Den Limited.
Thank you very much, CEO. Chairman, I want to proceed now to, so what is clear is that the university hospital have been, whether or not this is to utilize my friend's good phrase earlier on, whether this is institutionalized, the CEO can't say whether the use of the tax exemption status is an institutionalized way of how the UE has been operating. But what is clear is that it is more than one company as named. Secondly, in responding to the Auditor General's finding, your letter, I believe both the Permanent Secretary's letter as well as your response was that the documents have been submitted to both the Jamaica Customs Agency as well as the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
Let me break from that.
Have all 4 instances, those 4 named companies, were those documents submitted for all 4?
We have given them copies of the document.
Let me break from that. If you did not hear the names, you would have just heard them. We're going to be joined by Ralston Iman later. But I want to take a little bit from Marvin, the little fire, who had Dennis Gardner on last night. I want to take a little bit from him. Let's go.
Various equipment to furnish the various section. Like I said, there are 5 disciplines that we are doing now. The first set of equipment was the dialysis machines, right? When they were imported, they were already here on the wharf. And we were told that I should have secured a permit before they were imported. The suppliers of the plant had also sent the biomedical engineers to do the installation because we don't have them in Jamaica.
Right.
They were given 10 days in the country. Right? So when we met, the first stumbling block that, well, listen, the equipment can't be cleared because you need a permit. I reached out to the permanent secretary and asked him what's the process and how long it will take. Bear in mind that the biomedical engineers are here and they only have a 10-day window. He said it is going to take a awful long time. I don't deal with the day-to-day affairs of the company, but I have to take responsibility for whatever happened because it's my company.
Right.
So my handlers went in search of a remedy to get the machines off so they could be installed within the window for the biomedical engineers. I have never met the custom broker. I have never met anybody during that time.
Right.
My chief operating officer and others would have met with the people at UE and agreed that they can facilitate it in lieu of us taking patients from them. Because if you should go to UE, your waiting time is over 2 years for dialysis treatment.
Oh, wow. Literally.
Dialysis is one of the hottest demand in the country, and our health facilities don't have enough. Plus, the price can be quite prohibitive because you should do minimum 3 treatments per week. Persons are charging in the private sector between 16,000, 17,000 per treatment, and somewhere in the West they are charging between 20 and 24,000 per treatment. That is just the treatment. The drugs that you have to use to complement the treatment cost anywhere between $24,000 and $27,000. So any one treatment would be running anywhere between $37,000 and $40,000.
You have to do that 3 times for the week.
You should do it 3 times for the week. Some people just do it once. Some people don't do it at all because they just can't afford it.
So we're looking at 137. So we're looking at pretty much $115,000 a week.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
In addition to that, when you do the treatment, it breaks down your body. So you have to have the necessary nutrients to build back the body so you can do the next treatment. And that is what kills most of our people. They don't have the nutrition to resuscitate the body enough for the next treatment.
Right.
So we also said to the Cubans, help me in doing probiotic yogurt, which is rich in nutrients, and I will give that to the patient free as part of what I'm trying to do so the body could recover sufficiently to go to the next.
Wow.
The shelf life of that probiotic yogurt is 10 days. So to ship it from Cuba into Jamaica in a refrigerated container and to have it cleared was just a little bit too much. So we had put that on hold until we are further down the road.
Right.
So we open our doors for treatment after a soft launch in October 2025, having secured the machines. I was told by my chief operating officer at the time that my exposure was $1.8 million, which I paid. And so we started to operate. And I was given the service at $10,000 per treatment because there was a facilitation I thought that the Jamaican people should benefit from, not me. I didn't profit from it. I was given back as a service.
Yes.
When the Auditor General report came out, neither my name or my company name was mentioned. A certain media house had a certain member who leaked the information to them, who started to call my name and my company name. When the official Auditor General report was tabled in the House, of which I'm a member, no name. They refer to Company 1, 2, Company 2, Company 3, Company 4.
Yes.
To date, as we speak, nobody has said to us or me that you have been cited for anything. No Auditor General, no UE, no custom, nobody. The Auditor General report said that the Jamaican people were shafted out of $23.5 million because of unpaid custom duty. I called the custom to say to them, if my sin and my crime is circumventing the custom duty, allow me to pay it, because that was never ever my intention from day one.
Right. To rob the Jamaican people. Right.
Evade or not to pay. Right? I have since brought in millions of dollars worth of equipment, all of which I have paid full duty on. Never seek any waiver or any preferential treatment.
Oh.
But alas, a lot of people don't know that we could have applied to the Ministry of Health and get a waiver and would only pay GCT, which was far less than the 10.1 million, which I paid. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is persons who have their own political agenda and who are embraced in modern day lynching to destroy somebody for political reason and political gain.
Oh, sorry,
I've been having a field day and I remain silent. And this is the first time I'm having any discussion publicly about it. I wrote a statement in the Sunday Observer.
Yes, I saw
that. But I felt compelled to say my piece.
Yes.
And to give the Jamaican people the perspective that they have been denied.
Yes.
That somehow there is something nefarious about what actually happens.
Yes.
So let me just go a little bit further.
Hold on. Just a minute. There's a question here from Answer.
Go ahead.
Do you have oversight of the day-to-day runnings of your company?
No. I am the executive chairman. I have a full board and a full management team.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. That's it.
Good. So the UE has been doing this facilitation with their partners for over 20 years. It is not new.
You hear that?
So
UE
hold on.
has been doing this for over 20 years. It's nothing new.
People need to understand
I
that your company
want to stop it there, but there's a lot more to that interview with Dennis Gordon on Marvin's show last night. A lot of things came out, a lot of the things that Mr. Gordon is doing And the whole Jack then medical operation sounds to me like a charity event that Mr. Gordon is doing. He also spoke to the donations that he have made to the UHWI. Now, we want this investigation because, as I said to somebody, that you can do something for good, but in the process of doing that, you do something wrong. So we want to know, one evening, Conrad O'Brien came on the program and he was saying that there is something in the article of association. We also heard that another member of parliament is a director. I sent a message last night on the live, and thank you, Marvin, for reading my message. And Mr. Gordon responded to say that his wife and himself, they are the only directors, so there's no other member of parliament. So this argument about Andrew Wheatley is a director of Jack Den is not true. And I am making sure that I say it here this evening. When asked yesterday evening, last night, I asked the question on the program, and Mr. Gordon answered the question and said that Jack Den is about his wife, Jackie, and him as Dennis. So it's Jack Den. He owns 95% of the shares, and his wife owns 5% of the shares. So Dennis Gordon, is the majority shareholder of Jack Den. Was very good to hear him clearing up a lot of things. But I'm still saying that until we get that article of association from you saying that you had permission to assist medical outfits in bringing in equipment duty-free. If you use the duty concession of somebody else, as far as I know, it is still a breach of the duty concession or something to the effect. So we want to hear more about that. Now, there was also a call by Jeanette Calder of JAMP saying that it is unfair that we are only hearing about Jack Den, and that the right thing to do, we should be hearing officially who are not just the directors, but beneficiaries of the other companies who use the waiver. And one very informative thing that Dennis Gordon said last night, that he has not sold back anything that he brought in to the UHWI. The other two companies, or the other three companies, my understanding is that they have sold back some of the stuff to the UHWI. Let's listen to Janet Calder.
Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal is calling for greater scrutiny into the owners of 3 other companies that benefited from the tax exemption status at the University Hospital of the West Indies. Jack Den, of which People's National Party MP for St. Andrew East Central, Dennis Gordon, is the chief executive officer, was one of 4 companies that benefited from the hospital's tax exemption status. The other companies that benefited are Supreme Laundry Services, Wilman Sales, and Scientific Medical Services. Executive Director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, Jeanette Calder, says the information on those companies should be made public.
It is only fair, though, that we ought to know who not only the legal owners, but who the beneficial owners are of the other 3 companies, Supreme Laundry, Wilman Sales, and Scientific Medical Services. I think it deserves this level of scrutiny as well. So that's one of the other next steps that we ought to know. I think the public, if we know Jack Ben, we should know who the others are in the interest of fairness.
Executive Director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, Jeanette Calder. She was speaking yesterday on the...
We're going back to that issue as we await Ralston to join us. But there's another big issue out there right now. And you see that brother there named George Davis? You know, say he's a traitor to this country, George. You're a traitor to this country. Yeah. But a lot of you are. You are diehard labor rights and not patriotic Jamaicans. And I have a problem with that. And let me put some context to where I am coming from. Mark Malava spoke at the JTA conference, was it yesterday? And he had this to say.
Reports of Celtaries engaging in sexual activity within the clear view of students is something that everyone should be outraged about.
You all heard that? You all heard what the man said? Shelteries engaging in sexual intercourse in clear view of students going to school. In the schoolyard, because them live on the school compound. Nevio.
Mr. Bell, good evening, man.
I see one little half with name DP. I ask if you are PNP.
Mr. Bell.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bell. Like I tell you publicly, if me never say it to you before, you say me come on from PNP and GLP, me no want nobody call me no PNP. And me no want nobody call me no GLP. Me support the Labour Party through Daryl Vaz. And any day Daryl Vaz pack him bag, draw in zip, and go home, I am following him. Me no want nobody call me no PNP. I me no want nobody call me no GLP. Me support the Labour Party through Daryl Vaz. And me give them the benefit of the doubt of certain things them do. And me upset and me disagree with some of the things them do. But me no want nobody call me no PNP and no GLP.
So you're a Jamaican first.
Me a Jamaican. And that's why one of the reasons why me call you is with those people who did a talk about weekly this in a company in a chat room, if they will send a text to apologize to weekly.
So you hear, but you hear me first come and say that
yes,
we heard it last night. Dennis Gordon said there is no other member of parliament who is a director in his company. 2 directors.
I respect you for that. I respect you for that. And then not only to apologize to Dr. Andrew Weekly, they also to apologize to me when I tell lie about me being paid by the Labour Party. The Labour Party now no rope around my neck like no good kid. And no matter how me I pull, then can bring me go tie me anywhere. Anyway, then tie me can't move. The Labour Party not own me.
That is right.
You understand me?
That is right, Neville.
You understand? We have some good news, you know. The 5 o'clock news is telling us that we might have oil, you know, and then predict over 7 billion barrel or more what a oil we might find, which is good news for this country.
I am confident that we're going to find oil in commercial quantity in a Neville.
Yes.
Because I have certain connections who have been saying some things to me.
Yes. Yeah? So when Ralston come on, ask him what that means for Jamaica if it should really happen. But me have a little concern.
Yeah.
Me no want the oil thing drop in the hands of you politicians.
You politician? No, we don't want Andrew Wellness and Daryl Vaz and Christoph Tan and Andrew Wheatley. We don't want them to man the hand this year.
By that time, Mr. Vaz packing bag and guard home.
They were about Andrew Wellness.
We don't want that. We want a total different independent body to deal with it. Me no want it in the hands of the politician. We're the two wicked man.
Who know?
We're just two
Why you not say we? Why you not say we? Eh? You need to say we. Because you are a part of the politics. You're deep in it more than me for your party in a government.
You know, easy at all, you know. You know, I've been deep in it like you are the support.
No, man, you're rich. You're rich. Nobody come here come go on like you're poor. You're wealthy.
The belly would have big and my neck back would have fat.
Neville. You hear the clip I just played a while ago from Mark Malava.
Yes.
And George Davis is basically beating up on Mark Malava. No, George, and I have the clip to play, you know. But what George Davis not understand or what is blinded by is his political preference. Because it's a goddamn shame that almost 6 months after Hurricane Melissa, people still in a living at school, the government not shame.
Yeah, because then they say they will be there until about December.
The government should be a damn shame. Diana Morris shouldn't come out and say nothing.
Yes.
Uno is a worthless set.
Yes.
Worthless.
We fall down.
Uncaring. 6 months. We're not broke.
No.
We have money.
No.
Uno is a wicked set of people.
We fall down there. There's no question or doubt about it. We fall down on the job there. But don't say we is uncaring. Don't say that.
If you have a hate school and Dana, you should have be a damn shame. Because that people still live in a hate school.
Remember to ask
6 months.
When in command if we should find the eye what that means for Jamaica.
All right.
Remember to ask. Yes.
Definitely. Blessings, nephew. 1-876-804-7072. Me say, when me hear George Davis, for a man we're supposed to have some sense, attack in crap. Jesus Christ, George, man. Come on now. You can't be so blinded by the politics. Let me listen to a little bit more of Mark Malava.
Reports of teachers, resources going missing. Reports of schools being transformed into spaces befitting of tenement yard that no longer represents institutions of learning is something that every individual should be outraged about. And when teachers are required to work in conditions that compromise safety, dignity, and effectiveness, we will speak and we will act. Because what is happening is not just inconvenience. It is a violation of rights. It undermines the ILO Convention of Occupational Health and Safety that was ratified by this country more than 25 years ago. It violates the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, and it offends the spirit and law of the Child Care and Protection Act. And the conditions, colleagues, are deeply troubling. Reports of Celtaries engaging in sexual activity within the clear view of students is something that everyone should be.
It's a test just now.
It's sad. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Colin. Good evening to my fellows.
How you doing?
Oh, Colin, I am well. I'm very happy to hear that the chips are falling where it will.
Yes.
Yes, I'm very happy to hear clarity, and we're still waiting for the other things to come out.
Yeah, man.
Because as for one, now we hear from Dennis Gordon. We hear from his own mouth.
Yes.
So we're waiting now for the final from the UI, the University of the West Indies Hospital. We want to finish up from the PAC meeting. All
yes, and you know who
there.
we need? You know who we need at the front?
Mm-hmm.
The CEO, not the acting CEO. The CEO must come to the front of the class, come answer the questions. We don't want to hear this man where every time Julian talk him and make an apology for him, we know you're just there. We know you're new. Not him. We want the man with the pan leaf. Call him back.
Yes.
Him have questions for answer.
And he must
who Dennis
be held
the
accountable.
$1.8 million to? Who get that 1.8 million?
Not even that. Now Mr. Gordon come out and said he had a standing contract. He have a viable contract to supply, and whatever means they made and the deal to do what they do, he did not stand aside and put it aside and go around the corner. He come out straight and stated exactly the position that he had in the deal. Correct?
I don't understand what you just said a while ago.
Well, because Mr. Gordon stand up, come out and said, this is the deal they had. This is what he did. This is what the dialysis and what the contract he has to supply to the university. Isn't that what he stated?
No. He never say I have no contract to supply nothing to the university. I never hear that.
Okay.
I heard him say, in lieu of the thing that UA will send patients to him.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So now we know then, Colin, that why I go around it like that is for you to clarify, because I say quote unquote because that was what I hear others are saying. Other media, you yourself here to see them attack this, talk that, talk this. But what he said, me and you on the same track, we come with clarity and you make sure say exactly what he says. Because why I go around inferencing like that, you understand for you to correct it, to come out with everybody know.
All right.
Correct.
So it wasn't a written contract based on my understanding. It was that, we do this for you, but you have to take some patient from time to time, because what he said last night, if you go to the public hospital for dialysis, is a 2 years wait. You're dependent, and I think Junior spoke to that the other evening. And he's saying that at his facility, once you come, you get treatment. He's charging $10,000, and the other companies are charging $16,000 and up to $20,000 for dialysis. And he's also saying that if you come with 7, you're going to get treatment. If you come with 8, you're going to get your treatment.
All right, Colin, I'm going to say something. I'm not putting anything in anybody's mouth. I'm not trying to defend Mr. Gordon because he's broad enough to defend himself. But there is a thing what you call contract, which is verbal.
Yeah,
you have written, and you have the one that it is like, well, people that say it is, I can't remember the word, but there is 3 kinds. Okay? So with what Mr. Gordon says, it's like we would say that is what, may have a thing of what?
A gentleman's
for
agreement.
How many? Exactly. So for how many
years
that was going on?
And let me also say this, that a verbal agreement is binding in court.
I'm making sure putting out the pertinent points for me and you, because you have to protect yourself and me have to protect myself. Mr. Gordon can protect himself.
Yes.
So now we come down to it, as you said, the man that is the key to answer these questions about the procurement and who go ahead and make the wink, wink, wank, wank, or verbal or whatever gentleman's agreement. Him is where? Is not here to answer the question. So just as Mr. Gordon has answered the question, he need to come in front of the line, go answer the question. So we're done with that. So when the chips finally settled, we will know where we go from. I commend leader Mark Golding. And I'll be honest with you, I respect Mr. Dennis Gordon for coming forward, standing up and stand up as a man and take. When you know what I'm saying here, Colin, he stand up as a man and accept
take responsibility.
Take responsibility.
Yes.
No, the other part, Colin, did you see that 82-year-old man that was abused?
Jesus Christ. No, you see,
Colin,
and this is where I want to say to some people. I said it on here the other day that a friend of mine called me and he was defending the police, said that the police must go out there and kill off the gunman them. And I said to him, I don't have a problem with police killing gunmen. But if they kill one innocent person, just one, I have a problem with that, because I am not accepting any of my friends or family as no collateral damage. The police cannot be judge, jury, and executioner and police at the same time. If you go for your man and the man surrender, you must bring him in, make him meet the judge. Him not supposed to meet him maker. Some people want them to meet them maker, and some people are accepting that, one or two innocent people.
So we
might
don't
get
need
shot,
no rule of law then, Colin.
Me no want that.
We don't need no rule of law if that is the case. But that word came out of wait. That word came out of whose mouth?
Which one? About rule of law?
Meet their maker.
That is the Prime Minister. Is the Prime Minister says so?
And he's the commander-in-chief, right?
Meet the judge or meet your maker. And I am saying, if a man surrender, he must meet the judge.
But this is the commander-in-chief.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. But when we, as a nation and the whole world see the one that is put in place, or the body that is put in place to serve and protect our citizens, much less the vulnerable, the elderly, 82-year-old senior citizen.
And this little pissing tail boy, I box up this big man. This little pissing tail boy could not even know if he wash him backside. I box up this big 80-year-old man. The man must sue him. Sue him.
And it's not a wanted man, Colin. He's not wanted by the law.
Man say you
he
can't
did not
give me no
break
message,
any
you don't
law.
give no bad man. Give him that yourself. Are you a police? Are you box and kick him, man?
Yes,
Every
so
one of the man pick them or sue them.
More. I was devastated, Colin. I was devastated to see that, because my mom is still alive in Jamaica. I would do anything for my mom, and to see this is my grandpa. This is our father.
Yeah, man.
And that is the one commandment with promise.
So
honor them.
Well, I know. Desmond Mackenzie, when Alfred asked him what you're doing here at your age, him take serious offense to that. Me no hear nobody in the parliament come out and deal with this yet. A little pissing tail police. A beat up a 82-year-old man.
They put him on. They remove him from front line. They do all that. They're going to investigate.
Yes.
I mean, as he was saying on his video, he said when he went to report it, even his fellow police officer is asking if he's sure it is a policeman. Now, if there was no one recording it.
Too. I would ask him if he's sure it's a policeman, because no police not supposed to treat no citizen so. So the policeman will ask him that have a right. You sure it's a policeman deal with you that way? It cannot be.
Yes,
this man is not a police.
We can look at it in many different. We can look at it in many ways. But as you said, two ways. It may be sound to the fellow policeman that this is unbelievable. And the next thing is that he can be what?
Ready to cover it up.
Questioning. Yes, questioning his credibility. So
man,
that's back
up in squaddy.
The other thing is, Colin, with everything that is said and done, I hear a lot of people coming out against Mr. Golden. And I hear a lot of people saying he should have, and I hear others people are saying he should never have asked Dennis Gordon to step aside. I think, and I agree with the leader to say, look, this is come to a point where you need to step aside, that you can go out there now,
and
remove
your
name.
Go clear your name.
All right.
I agree with the party leader, but we're running. You hear? Let's take some more.
Yeah, man. We'll talk to you later.
I support the party leader on the move. It's not that he's saying that Dennis Gordon is guilty, but he's saying, Dennis, here is a problem. step away and go clear your name. Good evening, caller. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Colin.
Yes, sir.
I want to speak on a few things, but the main thing I want to speak on is investment in education. Well, before I get to that, let me touch on a few things I want to touch on, you know? Can you hear me?
Yes, man. Loud and clear.
Have you noticed that they did want to put on a gag order on Miss Hamilton from speaking? Have you noticed that?
Miss Hamilton? Which Hamilton that?
The one that speak, the one in council of the downtown side.
Oh, yeah.
Building.
Yeah, man, but them shut her up now, you she don't talk.
Shut her up?
Of course.
Yeah, I could see that they were desperate to put a gag order on her, mate. They were desperate to get her shut up, mate. Anyway, my question to you now, do you have a gag order on your callers?
No.
You have any plans? You have any plans to put a gag order on your callers?
If we have what?
Do you have any plans to put in a gag order on your callers?
No, we just want you to be respectful, truthful, and be decent.
Okay.
Boy, Marlon Morgan called me blogger. Me no blogger, me no vlogger, Marlon Morgan. I'm a broadcaster.
No, listen me, Colin. You see, Morgan.
God.
Morgan in education, in your education, is a death sentence to the Jamaican education system.
I have DNA Morris Dixon say she send Marlon Morgan go check on the school, then we have the shelteries and everything all right. Everything must all right because they don't care about the pitney them. 6 months after Hurricane Melissa, you have people still living at school. Worthless government. Worthless and uncaring.
Colin, where was Marlon Morgan when Grace McNeil was using the Ministry of Education as a personal cash cow? Where was he?
I don't know if she did that.
Well, let me tell you where he was. He was in the same room and he had milk on top of his lips. Milk on top of his lips when she was milking the educational cash cow.
I don't know that. She did a milk
it. Okay, will not tell you that. Will not tell you. See? And he Marlon in the Ministry of Education, in the ministry, he's like a carpenter who makes cash for a living. So he's put education to death if you don't get rid of him.
I'm listening.
I mean, okay. All right. Back to this block now. Weekly that was done in Petrojam. Okay?
When
he was down there using Petrojam as a cash cow. My question to you, did he have a company at that time, or he found a company after him tried to do the cash cow job and one put him in his office and said, no man, no, let me teach you how to do the job. Did he set up a company for that?
I don't know.
Well, my suspicion that he must set up a company after Andrew Wallace put him out of Petrojam. Because these politicians, they get the politics and when they get in there, they set up companies to use it to milk taxpayers' money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no company, when they get the politics, when they get in there, they start farm up companies how to milk taxpayers of their money. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
And the way to know is if for them to put up the company online and put up the heading when the company was formed, what date, and you can tell exactly that these companies are just here to use to milk taxpayers of their money.
Okay, sir.
You know what I mean? They are going to criminalize them. Anyway, over to investment in education. Okay. I'm going to use an example. An example. If your wife put down money for your kids' education, I mean, to the university level, and you begin to steal the money and go drink it up with your friend them, that tell me that you don't have a appetite for education. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. Well, as I said, the JLP has no appetite for education. Because if it did, Grace McNeil would be in jail, And we'll be in jail a long time for using that ministry as the personal cash cow.
Okay.
And Morgan wouldn't be there either. He'll be there he'll be something. He'll be working in maybe down in the garbage area. Pick up garbage over the street because it's useless. Okay. Anyway, back to education again, investment education. And Manley speak about education, Manley.
Yeah.
And he talk about and he also back it up with his investment. Okay?
Yes.
The school, the Twickenham Park School was built and the Manley government only to teach people about agriculture, to educate the people of agriculture and to get them to plant and eat what they grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the kids that used to attend Osemata school, whenever they come for time to graduate, they just move over to that school and then get themselves register to move to agriculture. But you know what? The GLP come in, okay, and I can't tell you, they have applied for education. They shut it down and put it into a police academy. To me, the police academy should be up in upper camp, so the police can get proper training from the soldiers and the police mixed together. So when they come out in public, they don't go out and start beat up the public.
All right, sir.
Okay.
All right, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
So as I said, the GLP administration from Siaga down to Andrew Wellness, they have no appetite for education because if that they will not shut down the school in Freedom Park and Tottenham Police Academy. They don't improve it. They don't improve it. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Thanks for the call. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Big up. No, they don't have no appetite for education. Hold on the Marshy, because I want the people them here, George Davis. I'm coming to you, Marshy. Listen to this.
Yeah.
You were spoken to in confidence, you told the minister. And you couldn't speak to the minister in confidence about something as this? Serious enough for you to keep your powder dry until the platform of the JTA annual conference opened up for you. You bellowed this information to your constituents, knowing that only you knew. And you bellowed it to your constituents, knowing that your comments would be picked up by the media. And when the media picked it up and did its job, and then the minister called you, because clearly they were caught, the Ministry of Education was caught unawares. The Ministry of Local Government caught unawares. Labor and Social Security caught unawares. Education Minister called you. Mr. President, give me the information so I can move to resolve it. You say you can't talk? So who will resolve it then, Mr. Malava? You? Will the JTA go and resolve this situation? Ease
out. People don't realize what George Davis is concerned about, that the government is embarrassed. That is his concern. Mark Malava and the JTA wrote to the government of Jamaica, gave them 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get the people out of the school. And Desmond McKenzie said him can't dictate to the government. So what? So what? Talk to me, Marshy. Tell her. Marshy. Marshy, you have some radio, you have your TV on in your background and listen, you know. So you know, hear me upon the phone. Raleigh, good evening.
Yeah, man, good evening.
Well, go on, my brother.
Yeah, we're there. Good evening to the listeners. Yeah.
Yes, man, them there. How things today in the Jamaican economy, my brother?
Well, the BOJ wanted to mop up 24 billion The investors pumped in 36 billion.
So the investors want that kind of safe investment, you know.
Right now, yeah, nothing else not there for do. Everybody are try to avoid the risk right now.
So they mopped up $20 billion today.
They wanted 24, but the people pumped in 36.
So they take the 24 of them want.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
So if they continue to mop up liquidity, and liquidity is the money them are take and put in the vault, where is the money going to come from to invest in the Jamaican economy?
Them expect it to come from the budget.
So when Favor say private sector going push the growth, this is running contrary to that.
Yeah, man, it's just talking. Government has to take the lead.
Where is the dollar now?
158.70.
Nevio called earlier. Well, let me see if Marshy did. Marshy?
158.70.
Marshy having TV on. Marshy turn off the TV and listen on the phone. So Nevio was asking, something came in the news. I did not hear it.
158.93, yes.
158.93 the dollar there.
Yeah, man.
Right. Something came into the news this evening about the oil. Was there a report from Tullow Oil or United Oil and Gas?
I haven't seen anything like that.
I think Nevio was saying that something came in the 5 o'clock news about oil, which sounds good, like we're going to find oil. I am confident that we're going to find some oil in commercial quantity. I am confident.
I hope so.
But we won't start to see the benefit from that within another 2-3 years.
Long-term investments, that man. 10-year thing, that.
So it's not right now.
No, if you find any.
If it is in commercial quantity.
Quantity.
It is there. But
well, I'm not knowing. So I do this from the 1970s and we can't find one. I worked on one of those projects in Windsor and St. Anne with Petrojam and Petro Canada, and we just never find anything of commercial quantities.
But them money I say them find it right. Them money I say based on what they see is just not to test it, see if it is there. But the drawings, the mapping, everything looks like it is.
Okay, all right, let's see.
We have Junior on the line.
A 10 years thing, that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still going to take some time. Go ahead, Junior. Junior?
Yeah, good evening and good evening to your guests.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, blessings.
Belika behind, but we realized you were talking about the oil find.
Yeah, what you heard in the news? You heard the news?
No, I didn't hear the news. I heard somebody called you earlier about it, but I'm way behind in the program because of the internet.
Oh.
But I say it already. I don't believe that finding oil will benefit us.
You don't think it will benefit me?
Never say no. Never tell you clearly that you can't trust a politician.
Don't want the politician them on Spanish.
Tell you who you can't trust. Never don't want to call your name, Deb. Well, you know exactly who you can't trust.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. We have a caller who call every day about education.
Yes.
And reminding us that the Labour Party has no interest in education.
Mm.
But if you look at the DNA of the Labour Party, you know exactly how life's staying.
Yes, I know. Mm-hmm.
The slave owners never had any interest in the slaves being educated, you know.
Not at all.
Right, so you would have a history now where the genesis are the slave owners. Then the ancestors now are the same people who run the Labour Party, you know. And if they are the same people that run the Labour Party, they're not going to be interested in education.
That's why you have full employment and low GDP growth.
The biggest thing that before Michael, you know, Michael's biggest blunder, you know, in the 70s, you know, was trying to convince the rich that the working class are people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was Michael's blunder. And if you look at it now, it can tell you clearly why the Labour Party have no interest in education. If the people are uneducated, it is easy to pass.
And they can tell them any kind of rubbish.
They are doing. Yes. Look at what's going on in the world now. You hear anybody making any comment about it?
No, nobody not saying nothing.
Except us here.
But Raleigh, how can the country operate like that? This turmoil is going on in the Middle East, affecting everybody, and nobody in authority speaks to Jamaica about it.
That's a very serious problem. Only us who are talking about it. Nobody else is talking about it. I tell you what is happening, and it is also what the caller said a while ago. Why have low levels of unemployment and low GDP growth at the same time? Because of the lack of education and skills of the working class people.
But a lot of people don't realize that, Raleigh. They keep talking about unemployment low, but they don't realize that it means nothing.
Means nothing because GDP is not growing, and per capita GDP is the second lowest in the region, and that has to do with the lack of education and training and skill sets of the labor force. Very little people are doing any productive work, adding any value.
Junior?
Yeah, before I go.
So he's right.
I remember some time ago, Leon Jackson invited Ralston on our program. You remember that, Ralston?
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
When Ralston was finished, she never invited him back, you know, because he spoke over her head.
Yep. That's correct.
So when you said, Junior, she never understand what Ralston was saying, everything passed over her head?
Yeah, fly over her head. She invited the analyst on the program. And he was explaining for us to understand. But what happened was that he was not giving her the information what she wants.
Yeah, man, that's true.
So she never invited him back.
That's true.
So it's not the truth you want. They want to hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, man.
You see the guy that work at National named John Davis?
Yes.
There is a tape where he said clearly and categorically that the truth is not important.
The truth is not important.
David said the truth is not important.
And when him did say that?
Some time ago. The plate and a tape, hot topic, played one night. And then played and then played and then played for everybody to hear. George Davis said the truth is not important. Can you imagine? No wonder why we get in or we get in.
Yeah.
All right, Jonah, give thanks. Blessings. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, cool.
So, Raleigh, Iran and the US, they're striking a deal. What is the latest on that?
Yeah, well, the latest on that is that it is still kind of fragile because the Israelis are still attacking Lebanon, and the Iranians say that for the thing to go through, we have to stop attacking Lebanon and our friends in Lebanon, Hezbollah, because we'll look upon it as a totality. So you can't make a deal with us and then Israel still attack Hezbollah. So they closed back the strait today. So let's see what happens, because they want Donald Trump to put a leash on Bibi.
Israel.
Yeah, man.
But Bibi now ease up because Bibi want to demolish them totally, you know.
Precisely, we know that. And so the Iranians are saying if that continues, they'll not be going to Pakistan on Saturday, and they'll continue to close the Straits of Hormuz until Donald can put a leash on Bibi. Right now, it's Israel that is leading the United States. The tail is wagging the dog.
Raleigh, what are your views on the fact that almost 6 months after Hurricane Melissa, 8 schools in the West are still being used as shelter for victims of Melissa?
That's madness. The people should have gone home and gone to their houses already. We can't allow that. And that foolishness where Mackenzie is asking the teachers to prove that whatever is happening is happening. It's just total nonsense. They shouldn't be there in the first place.
6 months after.
6 months after.
And we not broke.
No. Madness.
Immediately after the hurricane, the government had access to $116 billion.
Yeah, man.
Right after the hurricane. And 6 months after, you have people living in the schools.
And they still have access to $576 billion right now.
Why is that?
Boy, I don't know. Only them can answer that, brother. I tell you.
Is it that the government not care, really?
Why? Well, I mean, that would be a reasonable conclusion to draw.
I find this very, very disturbing, though.
Yeah, man.
Very disturbing. And then you have people trying to defend that kind
and
of
justify folly. Yeah, man.
And then the JTA president came out, spoke about people, shelteries, having sexual intercourse in open view of the children. And what they are trying to do now is to blame Mark Malava. Listen to Dana Morris, Dixon. Listen to this.
That the Minister of Education has made herself available for a short time just to speak to this issue. Minister Dixon, good morning.
Hi, good morning, George. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm not happy this morning.
Well, there you go. Well, you're not happy. Why? Tell us.
When you hear an allegation about something happening in your schools, and that's made publicly, and there's no attempt to speak to the ministry beforehand, that's very concerning, especially on matters that affect our children. The role of the Minister of Education is to protect our children. And for allegations like this to be known by a senior educator and not refer it to us first before going public in that way is quite distressing.
Have you spoken to Mr. Malava or anybody in the leadership at the JTA?
I got him a few minutes ago. I got to speak to him a few minutes ago, and I said to him, and I'll tell you what I said. I said, you have to identify which school this is, when it happened, and so that we can investigate properly. And he has told me he cannot do so because the teacher has told me.
Sorry, Minister, beg your pardon. He has said he cannot what?
He has indicated he cannot tell me the name of the schools because the teacher reported it to him in confidence. But in my view, in confidence went when you made it very public, right?
What?
And so it is very important that the report is done. Now, none of us disagree with the point that the shelteries need to be given a home. And I have said that many times, and I know the Ministry of Local Government is working really hard on that. I mean, Minister Mackenzie.
No, work hard on it, Dana. No hard work is going on. We don't need to build shelter for the people them. Take the people them out of the school. Rubbish your talk.
Yeah, man.
The JT has been on about this for some time now.
Some time, yeah, man. Yeah,
and what Desmond Mackenzie did was rubbish it. Them now have no authority.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Talk to them about, if you talk to government about that. Rubbish,
yeah, man.
What we need to be looking at, Raleigh, is looking at the government and say, why almost 6 months after the hurricane, people are still in school? George Davis, that's the question. Why?
Yeah,
Why are we treating our people this way?
Correct. And you have access to so much money.
So much money. And I like we broke. 8 schools are still being used as shelter.
Madness, man.
That's careless and worthlessness.
Yeah, man.
Don't care.
Yep.
But you know what Dwayne Vaz told me when I interviewed him, Raleigh? He said the government is not behaving like there's a crisis in the West.
So, man. Just like how they're not behaving like there's a crisis in the world right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And it's so now the people of Jamaica going to suffer again.
Yeah, man.
Because there is a crisis in the world, but our government not talking to us about it.
Yeah, man.
So we don't know if they're doing anything about it.
Correct.
Gas price went up again last week. That's what,
$22 now since the crisis. It's now up by $22.
$22 since the crisis start. Gone on pan gas. Pan a liter.
Yeah, man.
$22 gone on a liter of gas. So if your car holds an average, I can't even use my vehicle. Let's say your car will on average 30 liter. 30 liter times 20 is $600 that gone on per full in your tank of gas. Almost your lunch money.
Yeah, man.
Gone on.
And 31% of a liter represent taxes.
31% is taxes. And that is also some taxes that should be paying an insurance that is not being paid.
Yeah, man. And for buy food and all of those things.
I believe, though, Raleigh, that the people of Jamaica should hold the government accountable for that insurance. I hear some man try. Hold on, Marshy, you there? Marshy.
Yeah, man.
Me bring you in right away. Go ahead.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
You know,
loud and clear.
Yes, I want you to do a poll. And I want the poll, the question is between George Davis and Marlon Morgan. Which one is the bigger? Well, I don't want to say it. Which one is the more disgusting of the two?
Well, we have
Marlon Morgan and George.
We have more than 1,000 people listening to us right now. I see more than 1,000 instruments online. So Marshy's asking out of Marlon Morgan and George Davis, which one is more disgusting?
It's sickening to hear the two men, them, you know, man. Just me, well, sure. Sometimes when I say something that sounds derogatory, you know, let me leave them alone. Let me leave them.
Yes.
What about the Grange doing or saying about a member of her constituency that was beaten by the police? I don't hear anything from her.
That old man come from Babsy constituency.
I him that up in
82 years old. You saw the video, Ralston?
Yeah, man.
What do you think?
Disgraceful. Disgraceful, man.
But I said something and people don't like when I say it. Don't you believe if anything the Prime Minister don't agree with, him can stop it?
Of course. Of course.
Because remember, you know, he said, you know, it's a Prime Minister run the country.
Yeah,
that is his word, you know.
And it's true.
That's true.
Yes. So him not stop it, him not say anything about it. And then them out tell me now, so then take the man off a front line. If you take him off a front line, that means in the back line or side line. If when in the front line, he cannot be. So can you imagine when he got back line, when nobody not see him?
Well, I think they said he's an interdiction. So that means he's been suspended with little time pay.
Yeah, and them are going to investigate. Well, you see the investigate, go ahead up as a high gate, toll gate, yard gate, and back gate. Until you do hear nothing more about it.
But Marshy, is we the people must hold these things up, you know, and keep them going, you know.
But listen, it look to you like this government afraid of anybody mouth.
No, but you see, they can be that way until the people really get serious. Because the people have not gotten serious. And when you have people like George Davis and I not say Marlon, because Marlon is paid to do what he's doing. It's just sad that
and he might do it very well too.
It's just sad that it's taxpayers who are now paying him to do it.
Okay.
You know?
Think you did it. What the hell he's doing at education ministry? Where need him there? Where need Marlon Morgan there?
What you mean? If you want to instill something in our people, you instill it in the young them first. A brainwash. Brainwash them. I try brainwash the youth them.
Marlon cannot have a dialogue, you know. He can't have a dialogue. He have a monologue. If you call him from the program, him just can't tell you something. And he can't tell you everything about the PNP. You know, he don't know nothing about the GLP.
Somebody's saying that we're giving them too much credence here. So let's leave them alone. I agree.
For real. But no, in the long and short of everything now, them not start to craft a new budget yet.
I am wondering, what you hear anything about that, Raleigh?
No, man, nothing will be crafted, man.
But Raleigh, this where them put out the can't go away.
Yeah, but
cannot go anywhere.
As long as the people are allowed to, it will go. They're not craft.
You don't think by the end of May they will come with a supplementary budget?
Well, hopefully.
And that is the time we might have the
Hopefully.
real budget.
Hopefully. But knowing them,
but Ralston, me not even say that way because it was a pro-box. It's a pro-box mentality she did come with that the first time. This budget where she come with me don't know what kind of budget should I come with next.
Why that not make no sense, brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, the last budget was a pro-box moment.
Yes, that make no sense. That make no sense.
So this thing is, and look at this. Look at this now. Remember this part. I think the Prime Minister know what was coming. So what he make sure him do and give the minimum wage worker them $1,000. That means they can't ask anything right now because him just give them $1,000. Am I right or am I right?
Right.
Right.
You know when them people there, I got church, when all people like Andrew Wellness, Daryl Vaz, when them I go church, then we go Anglican and Catholic, then we got them church. You say if them I got the church of God church, when them people get that spirit, and them people that see them come through the church gate, them people that get that spirit and it's one tongue they use. Because no pure robbery at that place, man.
All right, Marsha.
No, man, we have too much of this, too much of it. And you know what you guys say? It's the time for the people. Bob Marley say, get up, stand up for it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we want to sit down and take what I go on. So be it. Me gone 72 already. Me gone 72, but me still afraid for walk past the police then because 82 them beat up. So me have to watch out. Me 72. Me 10 years young.
You're a young boy. They gonna say you have wholly past space to take click.
Yeah, exactly. So me start to work. And the Prime Minister agree with it. The Minister of National Security, the sleeping Minister of National Security, them no business. The camera no how they do anything. Even though the Commissioner of Police are the police and boss, but the beginning the night are the top line of it is the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister can say enough of this. Stop it.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man.
Little more.
Blessings.
1-876-804-7072. We have Ralston Iman on the line. He is financial analyst in Jamaica. There is no financial analyst on this island that is better than Ralston Iman. So if you have any question about the finances of this country, give us a call on 1-876-804-7072. Ralston, we got the figures from Statin the other day. Coming to you, Auntie Winnie. And it said that how many people were working last year? 2025, 2024.
2025, January, 1.4 million.
And how much working this year?
1.389. 31,000 dropped out.
But the unemployment rate gone down.
Because the labor force smaller.
So people need to understand how the labor force is calculated. If you're a young person who needs a job, but because the jobs that are on offer to you can't sustain you, and you say you're not looking at job, you are not counted in the labor force.
Correct.
Auntie Winnie.
Correct.
Good night, sir. How are you, Mr. Bell?
I am fine, thank you. Ralston is on the line.
And good night, Mr. Ralston.
Good night,
listen to me. Is it true that Andrew send Mocha to go to where the people get the charity money or things to check? Is it true?
I don't know.
I've heard that.
No, that the Prime Minister send Mocha to go to, and everyone that get charity money that he wants an account of how it's spent.
And we are saying that we have not heard that.
We have not heard that.
Oh, I see. Well, anyway, he couldn't send no one. They got to go to him first.
Yeah,
by the way,
of course.
if we get out in Jamaica, the poor man, nor the middle class poor man will not see nothing. the rich man will get, but not the poor people. And I hope to God that we don't get no oil, because the poor man still going to suffer. And the rich people, the one who invest in the oil, will have to get their profit first. So we better don't jump up about no oil.
I am not.
Oil
I
is
am not wishing with you.
I'd rather we find it and then we deal with that problem. That would be a good problem to have.
Yes, man. I want us to find it, Raleigh, and then we deal with any problem we come after.
But how can we deal with it when we cannot deal with the charity money?
But
how are we going to deal with that?
The only thing we can save right now if we find the aisle, because the leaders that we have no vision. You understand?
But we cannot deal with it. Yeah, because we cannot deal with it while Andrew is in office, because the poor man will not see nothing, not even a grain, not even a salt grain. We cannot deal with charity money.
If we find oil, Auntie Winnie, then at the gas pump, maybe our oil price will go down at the gas pump. So
the foreign exchange pressure will be less and the dollar will be more stable. Yeah, man.
Because how much you spent for buy oil last year, Raleigh?
1.6 billion for the first 11 months.
1.6 billion US dollars. We spent
first
to buy
11
oil
months.
for the first 11 months.
I don't know about this big money business, but I do not trust Andrew around nothing at all.
Well, 10 years time is a long time.
When the oil start pump, Andrew won't be there. I hope.
He shouldn't be there now. He should be removed because he's not the prime minister. That seat was stolen and he knows it. That's why he's not saying much.
Well,
and come to think of it.
You know why I'm not saying much, Auntie Winnie? If you are dirty, you can't cause the next man say I'm dirty, you know.
He put out his lapdog to do the dirty work for him.
Right.
And that's it.
And that's why Donovan Williams still sits in the parliament as a junior minister of state.
Shouldn't be there. Only shouldn't be there until I see them silence Rosie.
Of
Poor
course.
Rosie can't talk anymore.
But I'm telling you, so
anyway,
they
I know that would happen. I know that would happen. They got, listen to me. She's brave. I thought they would have she would be she'll be flying upstairs not long time. Anyway, all I can say, Mr. Bell,
yes,
keep on doing what you're doing, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much.
Okay. Blessings.
Ralston, should the people of Jamaica get serious and hold the government accountable for not ensuring the gas based on what was put in place?
But they are not going to do that on their own. Somebody will have to provide the leadership and mobilize them.
But somebody should start. Should it be the opposition?
Of course.
Because I am saying, and I hear Simon the other day, I think it was Tuesday, saying to somebody that experts were saying that the edge was not necessary. Can an expert come to you and tell us that the fact that you have not had the fact that you have not had an accident in 20 years, you no longer need to insure the car?
Well, I don't know which expert said that, because I was around at that time. What I know is that it was the current Minister of Finance and Arbin that were saying that. I don't know of any independent experts that said that.
Are there other countries that have that kind of insurance, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Can we point to any?
Well, I can't give you the exact names right now, but I can do the research and find them. That is why we developed that system, because if right now many shippers are now going to their insurance companies to lock in oil prices at the current price today, because they are not so sure that the Straits of Hormuz are going to remain open. So right now we're just looking internationally on Bloomberg and see that many of the shipping companies are trying to lock in their insurance at $95 right now.
Okay.
So it's an international practice, and I don't know, I never heard of any experts who said that it wasn't necessary. It was the politicians that said that it wasn't necessary, namely Favour Williams and Arbin Hill.
We have a call on the line. Caller, good evening. Go ahead.
Yes, Rastan, I have a question for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, what's the question? Because you were here already, so we'll take the question. Go ahead.
Okay. I call it an April financial question for Rastan. Which ministry when the politician use it a cash cow, they get green milk from it. Green milk. Which one in the ministry?
To get green milk.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do the research and find that.
Yeah,
we
man.
know,
I really understand.
green milk.
All right, so let me tell you which ministry. The Ministry of Labor, used by Jack Smith. Jack Smith.
Okay.
All right, my brother. All right, give thanks. Man said then get green milk. Yeah, so
that argument is flawed. I never knew of any expert who said that. No. It was a politician that said that they are going to use it to fund the 1.5 million tax scam.
So
namely
that was part of the money that fund that 1.5.
Yeah, namely Faval and Arbin and Ardlishaw. No expert said that.
And now here we are needing that insurance.
Correct.
Will the opposition rise up though and demand that the government put a cushion in place based on the fact that they decide not to insure oil?
I don't know, but I'm saying that is something that we hear the opposition spokesman on finance and the opposition leader talking about. So they need to mobilize the people in that regard because they have been speaking about it.
Food price start moving at rally?
Yeah, man. Drugs prices, all prices are moving.
And they only increase for minimum wage earners $1,000. Can that suffice?
No, I had a conversation with Dorothy Campbell, who is a communication specialist at the Consumer Affairs Commission, and she described it as a crisis and was telling to people to conserve energy, to conserve water, to conserve gasoline, to do carpooling, to do bulk shopping because it is a crisis. So,
but she's telling people that shouldn't that be coming from the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance?
That's the point I'm making to you, that she's even ahead of the administration.
Because we hear other countries telling their people to do that.
Yeah, man, I'm doing it. Yep. So I had her on the show today, and that was her message to the people. Yeah, that is something that we should be hearing from the PM and the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Commerce and the Minister of Energy. They are the ones who should be mobilizing the country.
Good evening, Colin.
Yes, Neville, Wagwan.
Good evening, Ralston.
Yes, Neville, blessings.
Yeah, blessing to everybody out there. Colin.
Yes, Neville.
Ceasefire doesn't mean the end of the war.
No, not at all. We know.
But even the ceasefire itself is fragile. Nobody's sure that it is going to hold because the Iranians closed back the Straits of Hormuz today because Bibi continues to sabotage the whole thing by attacking Lebanon. There's 100 attacks on Lebanon in 10 minutes this morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
And about 1.5 million people displaced.
Yeah, man.
30 children killed.
Yeah, man. 89 people killed this morning. Yeah, man.
Colin, one of the things that we need to realize in South Lebanon, there's a lot of Christians living there, you know?
Yes.
And if Christians are willing to kill Christians at that rate, what they're going to do with non-Christians like us? Look here, you see this war that they're fighting here?
Yes.
And I want to ask Ralston. When a man inflate away the debt like how America inflating the place now, let's say the government will move for some bonds now. And the government, this high level of inflation that is going on, does it make me poorer?
Of course it makes everybody poorer.
Tell me, Ralston, explain how inflation make me like how me buy government bonds and me have bonds down at BOG and so in my pension fund and so. How the inflation make me poorer in my pension, Ralston?
Because by the time you start spend that pension, the prices are so high that some pensions can't pay a water bill right now, can't pay a light bill right now.
These are the things that our people must know.
Yeah, inflation takes away the spending power of those who are on fixed income. pensioners and poor people. That is why it's such a dangerous thing. Yeah. So that is why every central bank right now is focused on containing the inflation that is being driven by the higher prices from the war. And what is going to happen is the only thing that they can do is to hike the interest rates, which slow down the economy and make people unemployed. So we're looking at a poorer global environment because of this.
Do you think that the government in all its wisdom should be considering the sugar tax based on the inflation that's going to come over from electricity and oil? Should they be considering the sugar tax at this time?
I don't think they have any wisdom. There shouldn't be any taxes at this time if they had wisdom. They have no wisdom.
Right, Stan. There's a lot of merger need to go on here, Colin.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the tax office said today?
No.
Mm-hmm.
That effectively what's coming out of the tax office today is that they're going to crucify people who are not paying the tax, especially those who are not paying property tax.
Well, I had a conversation with the Director of Corporate Communications at Tax Administration Jamaica today, and they're saying, yeah, they want the people to pay up the property tax. If you don't do it, you're going to get yourself in a whole lot of trouble. Penalties and interest and garnishments and all of those things. Yes, so you're right. I spoke with Ms. Hartner about that today. So they're very curious about that. Yeah.
Well, Stan, how many property tax you have to miss before the government can seize your property?
Well, she never told us how many you have to miss before they take that step. She never told us that, but she said that's a step that they're going to be taking if you miss a lot of payments. She never told us how many payments.
How many never?
My wisdom tell me that if you miss 3 property tax.
3?
And they send 3 years worth of property tax, and they send you the demand notice. They can put you in front of the court and take away your property. Because it's not the house, you know. It's the land. Nobody
yeah, man, unimproved value of the land.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
You know, the government is not the Jamaican people, friend.
So if you miss 3 consecutive years of paying your property tax, you're saying you can lose your property.
Yeah, man, they take it to court and the court will issue a ruling. The court will give you some time to pay, and then after that, they'll send garnishments. So they will also contact your employer and tell your employer to take their money out of your pay and all of those things. They call it garnishments.
Thank you, my boy.
Yes.
You know, most of those land down in Cornwall that damaged by the hurricane, they have property tax issues though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm telling you. The only reason why most of the parish council down by that section is almost bankrupt is because of lack of property tax payment.
Yeah, because the property taxes are used to deal with those things. Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, the rubbish and all of these things.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
And let me leave you with this because we always have to continue.
Yes.
They're looking at privatizing the rubbish thing, you see?
Mm-hmm.
And if they're going to form a company, private company to deal with rubbish, that they're going to finance it through the property tax thing.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you see some of the people who is at the head table to head this company, head would as well. Look here.
That is going to be another cash cow here, never.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, let me tell you what they're doing to us. They are exploiting our nastiness.
Yes.
Because them say we're nasty.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to find a way to make rubbish, privatize rubbish to make money off our nastiness.
Yes.
They're going to exploit our illiteracy.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't really want this education, you know. They want AI.
Yeah. But we're not investing in the AI either.
No, you send them look at the bombing that's going on in Israel and how precise the Iranian attacks are.
Yeah.
The Chinese AI is proving superior than the American AI, and America is worried about that.
Yes, yes.
And they're going to exploit the PNP and the GLP divide among us. I'm never tell you, if you have a PNP boyfriend or a GLP girlfriend and a wife and living in the same house, through those political divide through the window.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
The class are going to need better friendship and better family to fight what is coming, you know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because part of the branding of the war is Jesus versus Allah, you know.
Yeah, man. That's the most important part that a lot of people don't know. It's a spiritual warfare. That's what most people don't know. Yeah, man. Spot on.
Later
Yeah,
level.
man.
Yeah.
Raleigh, somebody in the chat room is asking what impact this war is going to have on the poor.
Make it poorer. Simple answer.
The poor will be poorer.
Yeah, man, because all the prices will be increased. And you're not getting any increase in your salary. People will also lose their jobs too.
Hold on, caller. There's a thought, Raleigh, that America is very strategic about this war. And what the person was pointing out to me was that you realize that they took Venezuela so that they have that oil. America have a lot of oil. Canada have a lot of oil. So what America is doing, because America holds so much money, they are basically cutting off the Middle East oil. So America is basically trying to lose this war, to destroy the Middle East. And then they are going to say, buy oil from, in fact, well, Trump said it already. Buy American oil. We have a lot of oil. Buy American oil. And that is one of the ways that they want to build back America. Does that make sense?
No. All the experts in the world say this is the biggest strategic blunder any administration has ever made. No. Nobody sees it that way. None.
We have a call. Caller, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Bell and Mr. Hyman. Just a quick question.
Yes, sir.
In Gleaner today, we see that the tourism sector drive delinquent loans to record high. Mr. Hyman, can you comment on that? The current figure is 84.6 billion. In December, it was 50.7 billion. Comment on that in the light of tourism sector getting tax waivers and they have a cheap labor pool. Comment on this, please.
Well, simply because of the fallout in the tourism sector. The tourism sector declined by 31% during the last quarter of last year. So many of the tourism, particularly small hotels, are having difficulties in paying back their loans because the sector is down.
So we're having lots of delinquency.
Yeah, man, we'll see more of that. Yeah,
transportation people who not moving the amount
Same
of
problem.
people.
Same problem. Same problem. When you have deep economic fallout, you have that. So people borrow from bank for run them business. The business now happen. Then you have a problem with servicing your loans.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Simple.
What is going to happen to food, Ralston? Yesterday we were talking about the lack of food security on our island.
Yeah, man. Food is going to be short globally and the prices are going to go up. Even if the war done tomorrow. Because significant damage has already been done in production. Some of those things can't come back till 5 and 10 years' time. So the high fertilizer prices and the food shortage will continue. And we haven't taken advantage of the opportunity that exists in these areas with domestic production. We pay very little attention to agriculture. Agriculture fell by 18% during the last quarter of last year. And we don't have any initiative. Those are some of the things we should be hearing now, that we are going to be focusing on food, opportunities in energy and all of those things. Because those are the places where the opportunities are available now, but nobody's addressing them. The country is just running on autopilot.
The Minister of Finance said that the people of Jamaica can trust this administration. Don't worry, you can trust us. We brought you through COVID and we will bring you through this. What do you have to say about that?
Well, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Based on the track record, ridiculous.
Did you hear Dennis Gordon last night?
No, what he said?
Dennis said he set up the medical facility at Jack Den to assist poor people.
All right.
And when the dialysis machines came, when he tried to clear them, he was told that he should have gotten a permit. But they were already on the wharf. The the engineers to install those machines came to Jamaica and they gave them 10 days on the island. Said he reached out to the permanent secretary who told him that the whole thing would take a long time. Hold on, caller. And his people, managers and everybody, tried to find a way to get them off the wharf. The university said they would assist, and it cost him $1.8 million. He said that he charged less than anybody else on the island for dialysis.
That's correct, because average dialysis prices are between 15 and 20,000, and he's charging
Hold on, caller. And
he's charging somewhere in the way of 8,000.
He said 10,000, but if you come with 7 and you come with 8, you're going to get your treatment.
Correct, yeah.
We lost the caller. We had a caller, lost him a while ago. So, but to use the university hospital duty concession, isn't that a breach, really? Whether you use it for good or for bad, once you use it and it's not the university hospital, isn't it a breach?
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to use it if somebody in high places at the university never allowed him to use it.
That is my argument.
Yeah,
let me take the caller and we'll come back to that. Caller, good evening.
Samuel.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Go ahead.
Colin.
Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear. Go ahead. Caller, we're hearing you. Go ahead, please. I don't know. It look like the caller not hearing me when they make a straight call. I don't know why you're not hearing me. Let me see if that works. Yeah, so somebody had to give him access to it, but even then.
But I heard that there's I think some Article 14 of the university's articles which gives it the permission to do so.
Well, we're still hoping to see that. I think Obi came with that one evening when he was on the show.
Yes.
But I didn't hear. I listened to Dennis Gordon last night for about more than half an hour. He was on a TikTok show. And I listened to him for more than half an hour. I didn't hear him mention that. We also asked him if any other member of parliament is a director of the company, and he told us no.
Okay.
Just him and his wife.
Okay. Yeah, so we need to find out, what led to the university giving him that kind of assistance. Because he couldn't do it of himself, because he's not in the management of the university.
Exactly. And my view now is that the CEO of the university, not the acting CEO.
Yeah.
But the original CEO need to come to the front of the line.
Yeah, man, and explain how that happened.
And like Jeanette Calder was saying, that the other 3 companies, we need to know not just the directors, but who are the beneficiaries of those companies. Because one thing Dennis Gordon said last night, that he didn't sell back the university anything. In fact, he mentioned how many donations he have made to the University Hospital of the West Indies, Bustamante Children's Hospital, and the KPH. So a lot of things
The
out
key
there.
question is how he got that concession, because he couldn't just get it up in and of himself.
Who signed off on it?
Yep. That's the point.
Well,
and why they signed up. So we need to know who and why.
But I think also one of the things that he said is that the university has been doing that for 20 years.
Correct. That's the point I'm making, which means that there must be some statute that allow them to do that.
So we need to find out that.
Yeah. I hear there's an Article 14, so we need to find out about that. So we need to get the CEO of the university to ask him, why is it that they have been doing that over a long period? What gave them the authority to do that, and why they did it? Yeah.
And he also said that he got the opportunity in lieu that they would also take patients sent by the University Hospital of the West
That's the
Indies.
point. That's the point I'm making. So you see the connection. That's the point I'm making.
Hold on, caller. Hold on. All right, go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. How are you, Forest, man? Where are you, Forest?
Where is Westmoreland, man?
No, man, you from anywhere, man. You get your project on can man.
You from where?
From RGB, man. Me call man. Never number, man. Me name Paul, man. Let me tell you about project, man. When the TNT even want to be, man. The RGB, man. The one of talk.
Your noise, your phone line is so clear.
Oh, the line is so clear.
If you have me on speaker, take it off of the speaker. The road.
The road from Nigel to Montego Bay, man. That is disgrace, man.
The road from Nigel to Montego Bay, you mean the North Coast Highway mash up?
Disgrace. The mash up paper to the bus.
Oh, yeah, I say.
The Thomas Road is a disgrace.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
So they call Miss Ella Monty, man. Miss Ella Monty. And the government is a disgrace. From Montego Bay to Nigel is a disgrace. And they will be airport.
All right, my brother. All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, man. A disgrace.
All right, sir. Give thanks. The man said the road from Montego Bay to Negril is a disgrace. Needs sorting out. A lot of the roads are in bad condition.
Right across the country. Right across the country. The roads are a disgrace. Right across the country.
Have you heard anything new on the NARA? We know that they're looking for somebody to head the NARA, but have you heard anything else, Raleigh?
No updates.
No update on the NARA.
Mm-mm.
Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We have Ralston on the line. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Sir Ralston, and good evening, Sir Colin.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Quickly, there's something that I want to say to you about this Dennis Garden situation.
Yeah.
You see, one of the things is that when I just hear the news, as an objective and person not au fait with what is going on, I would, as a well-thinking person, would have said, boy, that is dishonest and all of them, something and all of this, right?
Yeah.
But when I heard him talk and say where the benefits can arrive from, and what he has shown me, I don't know how truthful he is, but I'm going by his word.
Yeah.
It is more help than a lot of persons try to make out the narrative to be like, to be honest with you. And I'm going to say this, and it might sound controversial. Let me tell you something. At least 70 to 80% of Jamaicans are corrupt. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I say that. When you go to the license and try to get a driver's license, and you go under the table and give them a $10,000 or $20,000, you call somebody to do something. Isn't that corruption?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, man.
And you have same people who portray themselves as paragon of virtue.
Correct.
When you get nepotism, in terms of nepotism, you get a write-off or somebody do something benefit. Isn't that part of corruption? The way I portray this money, as I said, I don't know the facts, but based upon what he's saying, because some of these things I did not know, because he says something that is really alarming, right? What about the persons, the 3 other companies who get the waiver and sell back the university 10 times the amount?
Yes. So we need to get to the bottom of those companies. Yeah, man. We need to find out, as Jeanette Calder said, not just the directors, but who are the beneficiaries of these companies.
Man. Exactly. Beneficiary owners, what he's saying basically now, it opened a lot of things now, because here is someone who is helping, because look at this situation when say, man saying bring down 3 ambulances, and I know the Ministry of Health can't get an inspection upon them.
Them not come inspect them yet.
This is free service what the man say maga offer on Saturdays and Sundays. So you say sometimes politics is a treacherous thing.
Yeah, man.
And sometimes I'm saying good people do bad things at times now. But sometimes, look, this reminds me of the situation with Richard Azan. Sometimes the process, because you want something to work, you don't follow a certain process. And because of that process, it makes you look like you do something illegal. When in truth and in fact, you are trying to do something better for the people itself. But there are persons who will spin the narrative to make it look like the way they. That's why we need. You see, I'm going to tell you something. I just read in the Star where a situation happened at Cornwall Regional Hospital where a young lady lose her baby. Condolences to the family and all of these.
Yeah, I was
But he
hearing
said the
it.
Jamaican people, he said, let me tell you something. The Jamaican society becomes so immune to corruption that
Yeah,
they
man.
don't even realize that they are corrupt also because they are into it, that's why. And they don't realize the problem until it reaches to their doorstep.
Yes.
They're not going to realize it.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing. And I wish you guys all the best. You all stand, honestly, since listening to you and Colin is like an educational program. When you don't stop beating, because I'm going to tell you the truth. There are persons who I talk to in my circles. I don't have a master's degree or whatever degree, but there are persons, because I listen to you guys do my research. I am so au fait with a lot of things that I even express to persons who now listen to these things, and when they say, boy, the economy not stay the way, I have to show them certain things and say, this is what, this is it, this is that is happening. Because you know what? They only know that why Jamaica hard, but them not see the reason why Jamaica hard is because of bad policies.
Yeah, man.
Correct.
Bad
All right,
policies.
so all the best here.
Big up
Blessings.
yourself, my brother.
Yeah,
One
man.
love.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Bad policies why the
Yeah,
place
man.
is so
Correct.
rough and tough, my brother.
Mhm,
You write
mhm.
like book. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. So, Raleigh, how do we see Jamaica the next 3 months from now, following the same trajectory? Hold on, caller.
Recession and more poverty.
Recession and more poverty. 3 months
Yeah,
from
man.
now. We're not saying 6, you know. 3
Unless them
months.
doctor the books. Unless them doctor the books. Recession and more poverty. Because we have this heavy tailwind that going from last year's down 7.1%. We haven't seen anything to give us any uplift, and then we see the whole pressures of the war coming in. Yeah. Headwinds.
Headwinds.
Yeah, man.
Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're talking with Ralston Iman.
Yes, sir, Bill.
Blessings.
Blessing to the guru himself. You know,
Yes,
I
sir.
respect.
Blessing. Yeah, man. Blessing.
What I want to find out to say is with the 4 companies that the UA kind of bail out, I call it bail out, where the tax, you know, them name one, and they've placed a whole lot of emphasis on one. What is the total amount of tax that they should have paid, or the duty that was supposed to pay over to the government?
Somewhere between 24 and 25 million.
This Jack then owed how many? About 10 million.
10 million.
And they said they paid it.
And
yeah.
And they said that they paid it, right?
Yeah.
But yet still the other companies with the 12. What kind of service that they perform for Jamaica?
Well, different service, but one of the things is that they sold back a lot of the stuff to the UHWI.
No, the reason why I asked that, Colin, is the fact that how does Jamaica benefit
from them?
From them.
Well, we need to.
Well, you would get any benefit if they sold back the thing to the University Hospital of the West Indies for much more than it was bought for. So they would benefit. Jamaica would benefit from them. Yep.
Hold on there. Listen this.
I'm answering. I'm answering. Yes. I'm answering, member. And we know that the matter is under investigation. The matter is under investigation for one company, and I'm going to get to that. So it's under investigation for all, but only one. One case, and I can. I just want to hear the names of the companies. I can give you the name of the one that the work has been completed by customs, and they have actually given us the report with the one name. No, I don't think that is acceptable, because I don't know. Did you issue the name? Because the name came out there before the customs report, as far as I know. So I'm asking the university hospital, through you as the CEO, to provide the names. This has nothing to do with the investigation. Do you know the names of the 4 companies? I will seek guidance on releasing all the names, member. But I can share the name of the one that we have gotten the report of. I'm not asking you for the name of the one, but because why is there secrecy around naming all the 4? And how come the country heard of this one long before customs and things would have gotten the information from the university hospital? So I'm just asking you here, what are the names? This is my first question.
Do you know the names? Do you know the names?
Can you repeat that, member?
Do you know the names?
No, I am. No.
Yes or no?
Now the question is the name of the 4 companies that benefited from the tax exempt status.
I know that the Integrity Commission has the file. The names, as would have been known, seen by the Auditor General, were seen by us also. But in terms of the completion of the investigation, one has been completed. Are the investigations around the name company, which that name was in the public space for months, were those companies? We didn't release any names, you know. We have not released any names even to this point. But you're saying you know of one, and you can name one for investigations based on the report from the customs, which I have here, I can state what customs has stated as being the one company.
What has customs stated without naming the company? What is the summary of the findings of customs' investigation in relation to that entity?
No, but I think, Chairman, before we go there, though, so the university is unable to name the 4 entities that have all benefited from the misuse as defined by the Auditor General's findings. You know, misuse of the tax exempt status. You can't name, you refuse to name, because I don't think the response about Integrity Commission prevents you from naming who those entities are. Okay, let me just answer the chairman's question and I'll come to you. I'm just making sure I get the correct spelling of the names.
Correct spelling of
I get that.
You see, dancing.
But the chairman asked what the
Nonsense.
from custom state.
Nonsense, yeah.
Third-party verification from the name company with the assistance of the CEO of that company. That one, the goods were imported and these are the dialysis machines. By the company, the goods were paid for by the company. The value of the goods was verified by way of payment records received from the company. Custody of the goods was verified to be that of the company, and the address, and that it was not. And the company confirmed that the goods were in fact imported for that company by the university. The name of the companies are Supreme Laundry Services, Willman's Sales. What's that? Willman's Sales. Willman, WILLMAN, Sales, SALES. Scientific Medical Services. And Jack Den Limited. Thank you very much.
So they had to pull it out time.
Yeah, man, that took very long. Yeah.
They had to pull it out time like they were pulling teeth.
Credibility problem.
Caller?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Finally.
Hello?
Yeah, man. Wrap up.
Yeah, what may I say? With all of them, I say, them are try to something, but I'm one of them clean. I'm one of clean.
Yeah.
I refer to themselves. They might try to pin something or paint an image that is not, it is not there. So they try
Cheap
to
politics.
paint an image off and say, yes, in corrupt. You know, and you can't work that way there because right now, Jack them benefit, the people in Jamaica benefit more. Because this money I give them the dialysis at a discounted rate.
Yes.
I remember me carrying some football boots at Jamaica one time, about 2 dozen pair. And I'm only give me a break. But yet still, when an athlete or anybody do well, the minister them run, go up, go kiss up for one lip.
True.
You know, them benefit more from sports more than anything else at Jamaica, but yet still, them not give a break
True.
And people who do things to Jamaica, them not recognize them, but them criticize them. And it's time for people start realizing it's Jamaica we say, and it's not a man way. When I say party, whether JLP or PNP, whether you're orange, blue, or white, or green, we want to start at Jamaica. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And you can't make excuse. You can't make excuse for something wrong.
That is
if you're
true.
wrong, you're wrong. Cross the board, you're wrong.
Yes.
And it's time we start look on politics at that level there. Because right now in the US, people who did go Republicans are go against them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. True.
Because of where I go on. Them not benefit from it.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. Ralston is not the same as Jamaica.
Yeah, man, you're right. Man.
It's like say Jamaica no want to say them. Jamaica no want to say them make a mistake. Them no want to say them wrong. Them try to
double down.
To justify it. And I say, all right, Ralston, you see, anytime you do something and you try to justify it, chances are you're wrong.
Yeah, man. True.
You say you're right, you don't justify it, justify it, you leave it and let it ride.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You're right,
all right,
sir.
Brother, respect. Give
time
thanks.
Yeah, man. Blessing here, Ralston.
Yeah, man. Blessed, brother.
Bless up. One love.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
man. Raleigh, anything you want to leave us with this evening?
Well, just to say something about the caller. So, you know, me have a virgin. Him have for the dialysis 3 times a week. You know what in doctor charge him each time? 20,000. So him have to pay $60,000.
$60,000 a week to live.
Yeah, 240,000 per month.
Wow.
Just multiply that and say over 3 million per year. So it's the kind of savings that flowing from what Dennis was doing. Yeah, man.
So he would have get a 50% cut right there, so.
Precisely. That's the point I'm making.
Dennis doing.
That's the magnitude of what I'm. Yep.
Whoa.
That's the problem. That's what I'm telling about.
Let's take a final. Let's take a final call from Canada. Yes, caller. Good evening.
Yeah, Colin. Good evening.
Blessings.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you guys heard the Prime Minister. I don't know where he was speaking about Barbados and Jamaica and the GDP per capita regarding Barbados. And he was saying that it's because of crime why Jamaica GDP per capita is so low.
Oh.
But the
That's
crime rate going down, so.
And the GDP per capita not moving up.
And they're not moving. So I don't know why it seems like he's really out to kill off youth them in Jamaica.
Right. Yeah, man, I'm not start a whole lot of foolishness all the while, man. Yeah. It has Barbados right now is 20,000, Jamaica are 7,000 and change. And it have to do a whole heap of factors. And those crime, the bad policies, yeah, weak productivity, the lack of education, the lack of investments in infrastructure, the clogging up of the country's resources up at Jamaica House, which make it a bottleneck like the Straits of Hormuz. All those things are part of the problem that is leading to the low levels of productivity. Nonsense.
Hello?
Crime is only one variable. Corruption is another variable. Lack of investments in education, lack of investments in research and development. The heavy bureaucracy up at Jamaica House when a project can't go through unless him is a part of it. All those things are part of the problem in relation to the low levels of output in the country.
Let me see if we can. Hello, caller. Good evening. Hello? All right, we're not hearing that call. Yeah, Raleigh, you were a rap. You were giving us a rap.
So basically what I say, Colin, we have to have a recalibration of the budget with some priorities and some protection for the people in order to deal with this dispensation. Even if the war stops tomorrow, we are still going to feel the negative effect. So we need to recalibrate the budget, draw down some of the 3.2 billion US or 512 billion which we have available, provide some protection for the people of the country, and develop a growth strategy surrounding agriculture, energy, the creative industry, and logistics if we are going to grow.
Because we have to invest in something to earn some more
foreign
exchange.
That's
not
the point,
just a big foreign exchange and
precisely and borrow foreign exchange. Yeah, that's the point. Yep. So we need that, and we need that urgently. Yep.
Urgently. All right, brother. Enough respect and thanks.
Blessings as usual. Yeah, man. Blessings.
Ralston Iman, top financial analyst in Jamaica. #1. And we say that without any fear of contradiction. Let me thank Raleigh for spending the time with us this evening to basically educate our people. Yeah? And we just want to send enough respect to all the viewers and the listeners for joining us this evening. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening. No, we're not coming tomorrow evening. We might do a show Friday evening. Based on what happened. We'll let you know. We'll put it on the channel so you can know. But until we meet again, blessings, my people. Peace be with you.
Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV, Louis Culture said it once and we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them and pop it off. Bogus badge where we rip off. Subscribe, share. Portland Spice TV is here.